a little bit of a different sort of script, a little bit of a different sort of way this game unfolded. The Eagles just absolutely devastated by turnovers in this game. They lost 18 points off of EPA on turnovers in this game. By the way, the Browns lost 13 and still won. Yeah. So that has only happened 5 times this season. So that's how good the Browns defense played, is that their offense lost almost 2 touchdowns worth of turnovers and they still won the game. But the Eagles lost 18 points.
That's a game script after your own heart as a Bears fan. It's like,
oh my God. It's just the life I'm so used to. But the Eagles, it was to a point where they couldn't overcome it. It didn't matter if the Jets offense was struggling in stretches. The Eagles offense turned the ball over 4 times. That's what Jalen Hurts said after the game. If you turn the ball over 4 times in an NFL game, you expect to lose. And that's exactly what happened.
It's at like, it's I can't remember the percentages. It's 90-something%. It's ridiculous. It's so hard. And the run game for the Eagles today was a little mortal, but it was so
10
funny.
carries for 18 yards for DeAndre Swift in this game.
Yeah, they had 35% running back success rate, which is 10% lower than their average since the start of 2021. Kind of this new fangled kind of Eagles offense that we see now. But yeah, the Jets defense gave them more than it can handle, and you just can't have turnovers. I mean, the first one was totally fluky. You know, Dallas Goedert
it's a great play by Jermaine Johnson, though. I want to give him credit because Jermaine Johnson made a really nice play on that ball. I mean, they ran like a funky pressure look, so he drops back into coverage. He finds Dallas Goedert and puts himself in a position to make that play. So a fluky play, but again, one where kind of opportunity meets luck in that very specific moment.
And again, that's another thing. There's like better teams and better players are near the ball, so they can take advantage of those plays. But the second interception was he just Hurts all day today. It felt like that he was just taking that extra half second to confirm and throw. And I get it. You're going against a really good defense. I would do that too. But in the second interception, it felt like he could have gotten rid of that maybe a half second earlier. That let Jermaine Johnson again get home. He kind of like had an extended pass rush. So that kind of gets the ball in his arm. But then the third one, I thought it was a great job by the Jets defense kind of fooling Hurts and Hurts predetermining something. And it kind of was a great synopsis of what the Jets were kind of doing in the second half.
I totally agree with you. It's so funny. I'm excited for you to say this.
Okay. So they're showing a blitz on it. Yep. And a lot of how Hurts reads the game, and even if you're watching the Colts right now with Steichen, is that it's based on single high, 2 high reads. So if you're showing blitz, what safety am I reading? Is this single high? Is this 2 high? And the Jets show blitz. They come bail out of it. I think it's either spot drop cover 3 or inverted cover 2. I wasn't sure for which one, but they play out basically the same. Either way, Hurts is anticipating to get rid of the ball. He thinks it's a blitz, so he's kind of backpedaling. He's not really stepping into the throw. He's anticipating heat coming and pressure and guys getting pushed back into him. But he actually has a pocket, and he should be progressing outside. But I get it. It's third down. You think you're getting heated up with cover 0. I totally get why his clock was sped up. But they squeeze Goddard on it and get the pick. But again, I think it's because Hurts predetermined it because there's no safety to read. He's like, all right, I'm going to blitz. I don't know if it's cover 3. I don't know if it's cover 2. I don't know if it's man. I'm throwing to this spot. And the Jets made a great play on it. But it was, I thought that was a great defensive look for a team that's out with all their corners. And they baited him into that interception in a huge moment. So that was a really nice play by them.
Multiple times in the second half, they showed those pressure looks and then bounced back into his own coverage. There was a 3rd and 6 with 8:48 left. There was the mesh play where Hurts held on to it and eventually, I think, either took a sack or it was a sack. Bryce Huff got the sack to finish off that play, and they're in a pressure look. They bail out of it. The Jets play a lot of man on third down. They play like 30% cover 1 on third down, and I think with cover 0 included, it's like 35 to 37%. I would be very curious, going back and looking at the numbers because they're not available right after the game ends, what percentage of man coverage they played on third down today. Because multiple different times in the 3rd and 4th quarter, they showed those looks, bailed back into zone coverage, and Hurts just had trouble reading it out. So the game plan I thought was very smart with your corners out where you're at a talent disadvantage on the outside. And then the talent advantage they did have was up front. Yeah. After Lane Johnson went out, it was ball game.
Broke.
Bryce Huff going against Matt Driscoll, whatever his name is, Jake Driscoll, whatever it is. I think it's Matt Driscoll, number 63, whatever his first name is. Bryce Huff, that's a consistent advantage. And then Huff had his moments against Mailata today as well. I mean, Bryce Huff was fantastic throughout this entire game. And you had some moments for other guys too. I mean, Quentin Johnston had, again, there was a backup right guard in there for the Eagles. So that was the matchups that they could consistently take advantage of was the right side of the offensive line, and they did enough to eventually give them a chance to win that game.